All right, take me through this, because it is hard to imagine. And look, Willie just painted a great picture when it comes to Tyreek Hill and the skill set. He's not on the Chiefs, so rank this division for me.
You know, this division is the most difficult in football. I'm just going to put that there. So all four of these teams could win other divisions. That's the first thing that's worth saying. So for me, it goes the Chiefs by a very slim margin, just over the Los Angeles Chargers. And then next after that, we have the Broncos. There's a little bit of a dip off between there. And then just below them, the Raiders, which is incredible considering all four of these teams are legitimately. There's like 13 teams in the AFC that could make the playoffs, and half of them are going to be sitting at home.
You've seen all these teams go back, reboot, and reset and try to get all these players in, right, because of what the Chiefs have done for so long. So I will say they're at the top of the mountain, and I know it's cliche, but until somebody is able to knock them down, they do, because of coaching the players, what they've been able to do for the last 6 years in that division, and how they've been able to do it. But now, when some of that talent vacates, we talked about it, 3 receivers, you got defenders, Tyrann Mathieu, you look all over the place, a lot of talent has vacated that team. You've added pieces, not the same pieces, and these other teams that you mentioned, Cynthia, has upgraded significantly. So I think it's closer now. The gap is closed. I think it's close, but until you knock the champs off, they still get the respect.
Just like we were talking about before. Listen, a Hall of Fame coach who has architected teams before. We said it. They took the risk on Patrick Mahomes.
They did.
They know how to draft, so we're going to give some respect there. Andy Reid's created he's a Hall of Fame coach with a Hall of Fame quarterback. So until both of those things change, I will say the one little flag here is actually on the defense, because their defenses have started off slowly over the past few years, and then they've had to kind of make it in the end to kind of get their seeding in the AFC. This year, they won't be able to do that, because this division is going to be just totally loaded. So you have to get the defense fixed and really going, and that's what the rest of the offseason is for. But the offseason, what do we say? It's a marathon.
It's a marathon. But also look at what happened to the offense last year at the beginning of the season. Teams figured out how to slow down and stop this offense a little bit. And they struggled the first, 7 games of the season? So now you don't have those pieces. So now you got to create, right? You got to see what we're going to do, how we're going to look, and put those new pieces in place. These other teams, they just got better. So I don't think they're going to start off slower. Like the Chargers, when you look at what they did, they got better on defense to negate some of the weapons in the division. The Raiders, they significantly upgraded at the receiver position and other positions on defense and other places. And then the Denver Broncos, when you bring over Russell Wilson, there's nothing you can do. And they got young talent. So a lot of people were saying they were just a quarterback away. So when you look at the collective talent in this division and what they've been able to do, you can't afford to start off slow throughout 7-8 games, because these teams are going to start fast.
Yeah, you know, one day after the Davante Adams deal, James Jones was working with us.
Did he cry?
Well, no, that was actually the day of. He collected himself for total access, but he did say, Chiefs, he had them 4th in division. He had the Raiders #1.
Because Davante went there?
He has absolutely no bias, that
just maybe, just a little, not that I'm trying to get shade thrown his way, but the point is,